In the pre-dawn hours of January 1st, 2009, Oscar Grant, a young black father, was murdered by the Oakland police. Images of this heartless murder were broadcast across the internet and sparked outrage and action against police brutality around the world.
On December 31st, 2011, 10 members of DeColonize PDX spent several hours riding Portland public transit, engaging with people on the MAX train in remembrance of Oscar Grant, encouraging him to share their views on police violence.
DeColonize PDX brought a picture frame and a video camera along for the ride. Across the bottom of the picture frame was a piece of poster board with the question, "Should the police have the right to murder me?" We asked people if they would be willing to be filmed holding the picture frame in front of themselves while they answered the question it posed.
Many people were more than willing to, and the responses they gave us were overwhelming.
Oscar Grant died like 2 years ago tonight, and you know, we're just here like to commemorate. It's a day of remembrance for people that have died at the hands of police violence. So we're just going around trying to get people's ideas and their thoughts on like what they think about like whether police should have the right to kill. Would you mind if we're making a video collage of like people's like input on what they think about it? Would you mind if you just like basically it would be like we just ask you like what do you think about that, and like do you think the cops should be able to the cops should have the right to kill you? Would you be up for that?
Yeah, well, like who are you going to show it to?
So it's just going to go on our website. We were to DeColonize Portland. We're just trying to commemorate the death of like people that have died at the hands of police violence. So if you're interested in that, that's all I've got.
Okay, yeah.
Is that cool? Cool. So basically, you just hold it up. We got this person recording, and you just like they tell you basically. So
should the cops have the right to murder me?
Give us your thoughts on that.
I don't think that they should have the right to murder me or anybody. I mean, if I was to go out and kill somebody and say that I was in fear of my life, and that's why I'm justified in killing them, then I wouldn't be treated the same way the police are treated when they kill people. I saw the footage. They shot him in his back, and the cop, the measurably dude that killed him, he got like manslaughter, and then I think they sentenced him to like 3 years. But did he do all that time? It hasn't even been 3 years.
I feel like anybody that feels like their life is being threatened and could be murdered should have to fight to protect themselves. But I feel like there's history in Portland of cops shooting people from a distance. Something like wielding a knife 7 yards away, 15 yards away from them under shoot attack. I've been utilized by the police, Portland Police Department, and they'll write a police report calling a resisting arrest, calling whatever they have fun, like I'm their punching bag, and then throw me in the claim. They charge me with resisting. But I feel like I could easily die that night. I'm petrified. It's like if I talk to a cop these days, like from my experience, I just pretty much plead the fifth and it's like I'm paralyzed in fear because it seems like society gives them the right to shoot if they're gonna get off with pay and have their job.
So yeah, I don't think cops should have the right to murder me or anybody, and it does seem like. It seems like cops just escalate the situation. They're supposed to be keeping us safe, and it just seems like they just escalate it. No, and actually, like I think it was last year, a couple years ago, they like shot some guy. He was actually his brother or somebody in his family had just died, and he was like depressed and he was sad, and I think he actually was gonna maybe commit suicide. And so they called the cops to ask for help, right? I think that's what happened, and then in the end they shot him. And so like, imagine that poor family that had to go through 2 deaths in one day, and one of them was at the hands of the cops, and I just think that's disgusting. So, thank you.
Yeah, totally. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Police violence. So what do you think around police violence? Should cops have the right to murder me?
I think that it has a lot to do with control, you know what I mean, and a lot of anger and animosity that they put towards people. Your example that was shot by the cops, I'm in high school, and I think that approached the scene, regardless if he, you know what I mean, he was depressed and the things that he had just went through with his brother and stuff, you know what I mean, but it was, to me, the way they did it was personal, you know what I mean, they took it personal, and you really need to really look and understand that there is a very thin line that people don't understand that, you know, in the jobs where there's medical field and the police field, where there's control, that people take it way too far, and it's wrong, you know. Prime example, one time I had gone to jail and this man, they had told him he was going to be recon, and it wasn't happening. He got mad, you know, and they basically told him, look, you can either sit down and shut the fuck up, or you can, you know what I mean, put in solitary confinement. And 3 cops tackled him to the ground and maced him less than 3 inches from his face and tased him, and then for 10 minutes argued about who was going to do the paperwork. So, you know, that's just, to me, like, if you can't be a legit, you're here to protect us. You take a vow to protect our community, and you're doing nothing but destroying it. You're doing nothing but trying to show how big and bad that you is and how much power that you have and you can control situations. Just like the cop that decked the African-American woman in Seattle. I mean, come on now, like, why does it have to go to that extreme? Are you making them something? Are you lacking or bad? But I just think that it's you know, there's a lot of people that get killed for cops, and then cops get paid, you know, time off to investigate, and then 9 times out of 10 they come back. No, it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way at all. If you can't respect your badge, which is your badge to be able to protect the community, the people around you, then I don't think you need to have it. That's just what it is. And like I said, there's too much aggression and force put behind it. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's okay at all. Not at all. And I think that people that have had multiple complaints by multiple people and victims, it should be looked at deeper, not just, oh, because we have 5, you know what I mean, issues. So please call us if you've been a part of any. It shouldn't have to be like that. They should be punished on the spot, and you know what I mean, take the consequences of their actions.
So you're like more accountability.
Right, way more accountability. You're a man, you're an officer, you wear a badge, but that don't give you right to beat people and totally discriminate, and it's wrong. It's wrong. And I think Portland's police department needs to really evaluate their disciplinary actions to get cops that can't stand up and be a man about what they did. But they're too worried about losing their job. But if you was that worried and you were that concerned, you would come back and
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.